What's up, guys? So today we are going to Plastidip my rims. We're actually peeling the old paint off, so let me show you guys on what we're doing. Okay, so we're peeling the old white Plastidip right here. It's actually peeling off pretty good. Sorry about my shakiness. It's actually coming out pretty smoothly off, so I'm gonna show you guys how to re-Plastidip your rim so you guys won't have to struggle on taking it off. Look how smooth that is. That is super smooth. It's coming off real easily. So the issue I had was I was trying out the white to see how it would come out. They were originally Plastidip black. If you can see the front. So this is the front. This one does not need to be re-Plastidip. They're pretty good. I'm gonna redo the ones in the back. So this one right here, I got new tires. So when I got new tires, they kind of messed them up. So I'm gonna be taking off the back tires. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Make sure the weather outside is like 70 degrees, above 70 degrees. Because if you do it anything underneath like 70 and it's chilly outside and it's cold, you're gonna get a lot of texture. So let me show you guys what happens when it's cold outside. So if you look at this, I'm hoping you can see
right here on the inside.
No, the texture. You see how like it's really
bumpy.
Like yeah, it's like really. You see all that texture? It's really bad. All that texture, and that's because I did them in the cold. So let me show you guys. I did some like during like the warm weather, and it's actually pretty smooth. Like they're just really dirty, but like it's smooth. It's like actual paint. The only thing with these are actually about 2 years old. So like if you notice, it starts peeling from like the inside right here. You see that? But I mean, I'm not gonna redo the whole 2 front tires. So my little brother's here about 1/3 of the way, so I'm gonna peel it off and then I'm gonna show you guys how it came off. So I got the wheels off. I like doing them with the wheels off. Most people do them with the wheel on there, but to me it's a lot easier to just do it on the floor. It's a lot cleaner and whatever you want to call it. So this is the Plastidip with it taken off. Most of it came off. The hardest part was in the middle right here. You see it? I'm gonna try to take it off as much as I can. If not, I'm just gonna like leave like around the edges. That's mainly where, and then in here. I'm gonna try to take off as much as I can. This one had a lot of coats. So the more coats you do, the better it is to take it off, and it looks a lot better too. The other rim, I'm not done taking everything off. So this rim had less coats. It's still easy. This one I believe had like 3 coats. That one had like 4. So I recommend 4 coats or more. I think I did 4 coats and 2 clears. So for these rims, I might do 5 coats and 2 or 3 clears depending on how shiny I want them. But other than that, it's gonna come out pretty good, hopefully. A few masking things is I'm not gonna mask around the rim. People put tape or paper around it. This time I'm just gonna spray it because you can just peel it off if you put enough around the rim, and it cuts off on the edge by itself. So we're gonna do that too. You want to prep them, so I'm gonna show you guys how to prep them in a little bit. Another thing is some people put tape on the edges down here inside. Back here, if you guys want to look down here, people, because you might spray the back of your rim. I mean, I really don't care. This one, I believe we did tape it around so we wouldn't get any tape. I mean, any paint. So let me show you what happens if you don't put tape around the back. So this one, if you can see, I didn't put tape. I didn't really care. I got paint inside. You can do it however you want. I mean, I might do it this time because that looks kind of ugly. And then people take off the cap. I just dip the cap too, so I don't really care. Done taking off most of the Plastidip, so the hardest part was the middle. The more you put, the easier it is. So now we're just gonna clean them with paper towel, lint-free cloth or whatever you got, and some alcohol. I like 90%, 91% or whatever. So we're just gonna wipe them down. So you want to make sure you get everything off of it. Another tip, I mean, I put tape around it. I told you guys I wasn't going to really do it, but I did. I mean, I didn't mask all the way down, so I'm still going to end up getting some overspray. So if you guys don't want overspray, make sure you guys get all of it in there with tape or paper, whatever you guys want to do. So we're just going to prep it real quick. This is not the ideal way to do it. I mean, the ideal way would be to wash them, let them dry for like maybe 12 hours, 24 hours, and then wipe them down with alcohol. So make sure you guys wash them like a day before you guys do this. Okay, so it's almost done. A few things I did not mention are, if you have a Genesis like I do, the back tires are bigger than the front tires. So if you're doing all four at once, just make sure you put the right ones back on. I actually took the cap off because the front ones actually were not Plastidip, so just for consistency. Some people put tape on the valve stem. You can do that too. I'm probably gonna do it just in case. And let's get ready. Okay, so the first coat, you're gonna do a light coat all the way around. Let it dry for like maybe 5 minutes, and then you're gonna do heavy coats. Make sure you shake the can a lot, because the pressure will, the more pressure you have, the less bumps you're gonna have. A lot of people, what they like to do is actually put this in hot water. Honestly, I do not recommend putting it in hot water or warm water, because once it dries inside the can, then you get huge bubbles. Especially if it's colder outside and it dries, you're gonna get bubbles. You do not want any bubbles. So we're gonna go ahead and just put a small piece of tape on the valve on the stem, and we're gonna do a light coat. Alright guys, so I finally finished the regular black. I still gotta do the clear coats, but let's see how much texture we ended up getting. They're still not fully dry, so I'm gonna wait like an extra 15 minutes before I do the clear coat. So you guys be the judge. So I did get a little bit of texture, but that's because I rushed the last two coats because it's getting dark and it's raining and I gotta put the tires back on. So if you guys can tell, it's pretty smooth, but there is a little bit of texture, and like I said, it was because I rushed. It looks like I did pretty good job though. I think I did 4 coats. I mean, it's pretty smooth, and like you can't tell like unless you like zoom in like I am doing right now. So I'm done with both rims. Let's check this one out. Make sure we don't, like, you see that little bubble right there? That's one little bubble, but I mean, out of the whole rims, you have nothing. It's pretty smooth. This one actually came out better because I waited a little bit longer on this one. A few tips though. I used like about 2 cans, maybe a little bit 2.5. Always have pressure on the cans. The more pressure you have, the better it comes out. Once you start getting low, you need to shake it more often. And I would recommend once you have like less than 1/4 to swap it out and use a brand new one, because when it's low, you get big like bulges of paint, and you don't want that. Like for example, let's see if I can find like right there. You get like those. Let's see, you can see it right there. You see that right there? You see that right there? That's what happens when you don't shake the can enough, or you're running out of paint. So I'm gonna wait like 5 more minutes until it's completely dry. Once it's matte, that means it's ready. It's still a little shiny, so we're gonna wait for it to be matte completely. This is the final product. This is after the 2 clear coats I gave. I gave them pretty thick. The only problem I didn't do is I didn't let them dry enough before I clear coated them. I was rushed. It takes about 4 to 5 hours for you to actually get the best Plastidip rims. But if you can see, you can barely see any texture from far away. They're a little bit of dirty right now, but I barely have any texture. Shiny, they're very, very shiny. And that's about it. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions, please let me know. Also, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be doing more videos on this car. I might do like tire paint and some vinyl stickers and some engine modifications in the future, so please stay tuned. Thank you.